So last period we have seen bill of exchange, meaning of bill of exchange, parties to a bill of exchange, advantages of bill of exchange, drawing the bill, accepting the bill, then date of maturity and days of grace. Okay, then period of the bill at sight, bill on demand, bill after date, and bill after sight. Okay. Now, so we will calculate the days of grace, date of maturity, due date. So we know that what do you mean by date of maturity? The date on which a bill of exchange becomes payable. So while calculating the due date, it is compulsory to add 3 working days extra in addition to the maturity date. Okay, that is that 3 days is known as days of grace. So some problem we will do related to the calculation of maturity date. Okay, so you write question, you write calculate the due date question, calculate the due dates of the bills. Calculate the due date of the bill. Calculate the due dates of the bill in the following cases, because some point you have to remember. Because if you are calculating the due dates, maturity date, due date, when they have to repay the amount, the buyer have to repay the amount. So if the point is that if the due date is falls on a holiday, the due date is will be on a Sunday or otherwise public holiday. What will be the rule? What will be the rule for calculating the due date? So if the due date falls on, if the due date means including days of grace, including 3 days. If the due date including 3 days falls on Sunday or a public holiday, Gandhi Jayanti, okay, Republic Day, Independence Day. So in this case, when it will be the due date? So the due date will be on Sunday. Due date will be on which one? October 2, January 26. Like that it is there. Then the due date will be 1 day earlier. The due date will be 1 day earlier. Clear? So 1 day earlier. So if the due date falls on a Sunday or a public day, in this case, the due date will be supposed to 1 day earlier. So if it is 26th January is the due date, so they have to give on 25th January, 1 day earlier. 1 day earlier. Okay, so that is about if the due date falls on Sunday or a public holiday. Suppose if the due date including days of grace has been declared as an emergency holiday. Emergency, any emergency holiday is there. Any death of a national leader, any emergency strike, anything is there. In this case, the due date will be supposed to be 1 day later. 1 day later. 1 day later. Suppose 1 day later. Suppose 3rd January. That will be the due date. But the emergency strike, otherwise emergency holiday. In this case, the due date will be 4th January. 4th January. Okay. That is the rule for calculating the due date. Everyone turn on your video. Clear? So 2 rules I said. If the due date falls on a Sunday or a public holiday, then the due date will be 1 day earlier. Okay. So if it is Sunday means Saturday they have to give the amount. Suppose if the due date falls on an emergency holiday, if any government declared any emergency holiday, in that case, the due date will be 1 day later. Okay, that is the thing you have to consider. So we will do some of the problem. So date of the bill, first question, date of the bill, then period, date of the bill, period. So first one, 1st January 2007. 1st January 2007, period is 2 months. Period is 2 months. Okay, so you have to calculate the due date. How to calculate the due date? 1st January to 2 month, 2007 only. So first you have to look whether it is a leap year or not a leap year. Leap year means we can divide by 4. So you can't divide it by 4. So it is not a leap year. So in February, only 28 days. So here you have to remember 2 month. A month it is easy. Then the due date will be, answer will be 1st January, February 1st, March 1st, plus 3. So due date will be 4th March 2007. Any date? Any doubts? 2 month plus 3 days extra, days of grace. Okay? 2 month plus 3 extra days. Next, second question. 28th January 2007. 1 month. Period 1 month. Calculate the due date. Due date will be due date when 1 month. So February 28 plus 3. Okay. So answer is 3rd March 2007. February 28 only. So leap year only February 29. Next. Next, third one, 30th January 2007. 30th January 2007, 1 month. 30th January 2007, 1 month. So 1 month means February full plus 3. 1 month, the month only we have to, days no need to consider. February full, then plus 3. So this also answer is 3rd March. Then first December 2007. 1st December 2007. Days 60 days. 60 days. 1st December 2007. 60 days. Days you have to consider. If the date it is given, then days you have to consider. 1st December 2007. This is not a leap year. So 60 days. So first you have to look at December remaining 30. January 1st December, then remaining days 30. January 31st is there. So January 30. January 30 plus 3. So February 2. So due date will be 2nd February. How you understood? December 30. Then January 30 we will take. So total 60. Total 60 plus 3 days. January one more date is there, no? January 31st 1. February 1, 2, 3. Okay. Extra 3 days. So due date will be 2nd February 2008. Next, one more we'll do. 13th July 2003. 30 days. 13th July 2003. 30 days. So July total 31st. July 18 remaining. Okay. So August remaining 12 days. August 12 plus 3. Okay, so 15th. July, August. So due date will be August 15, 2003. Any doubts? If it is month means no problem. That month plus 3. Okay. Days means you have to consider the date also. Clear? Clear now? Atul, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Tell.
August 15th is national holiday, right?
Yes. August 15. So it will be
16.
Public holiday, emergency only, in that case only later date. So August 14th, that will be the due date. Okay, August 14th. Sunday or public holiday, in that case, 1 day earlier. But if it is emergency, that is, they will specify in the question. So no need to find a due date. Whenever we are doing the problem, no journal entry, in that day, time, you have to write the maturity date. Okay. Now, so we will start the problem. Before that, I will tell the journal entry. This is easy. Promissory note is there. So before that, one thing you have to remember, already we studied promissory notes. That also you have to study in laws relating to bill of exchange. It is a promise by the buyer to make the payment in future, because it is written by the who? It is written by the which one? Drawer. Here drawer is the buyer, the person who owes some amount to the another person. Here drawee means the seller, the person in whose favor the promissory note is drawn. So he is also called promising. Okay, he is called a promisor. Drawer here opposite of bill of exchange. Already we studied. Okay, promisor. Then what do you mean by bill of exchange, promissory note? It is a promise. 2 months after date, I promise to pay. Okay, so here buyer is the drawer. So it is a promise by the maker of the promissory note to make the payment in future. Next, the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 defines a promissory note as an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only to pay. They will pay or to the order of a certain person. Next, features already we studied. It should be in writing. It must contain a promise by the maker to make the payment in future. Then the promise to pay must be unconditional, because no condition is attached to this instrument. It must be signed by the maker of the instrument. Who is the maker? The debtor. Then the amount payable must be certain. Then it should be properly stamped. So already we studied. Then difference also we studied. Difference between promissory note and bills of exchange. So next we will start the journal entry. So we have to study different cases related to bills of exchange. Okay. So first we have to study the journal entry. Then we will start each case. So first one, when the bill is retained, in every case, first two entries must. In the books of drawer and in the books of drawing. Okay, it is must. You have to study. When the bill is retained by the holder. Now I am telling the first case. Already I sent the question. The first case, when the bill is retained by the holder till the date of maturity. So here, suppose Karthik sold goods on credit to Atul. Suppose Karthik sold goods on credit to Atul. So Karthik is the drawer. Now here we have to study only about the bills of exchange. Okay. So Karthik sold goods on credit to Atul. That you have to remember. Here Karthik is the drawer. Who is the drawee? Atul is the drawee. Clear? Clear? Then what we will do? Then Karthik will write one bills of exchange. Karthik will draw. Okay, we will write one document. Then after writing that document, he will give to Atul. Then after that, Atul will sign. Then he will write the word accepted across the face of the instrument with his date and signature. Then he will return to Karthik. Now Karthik is the holder. So if the Karthik is retained the bill till the date of maturity, he is keeping the bill. He is not giving to bank for discounting. He is not endorsing to any other person. So in that case, what we'll do? Okay. So normal first two entries must. First entry, when goods are sold on credit to Y. Suppose we are writing journal entries in the books of Karthik. Sold goods to Atul. So what is entry? We know that same. Already we know. Atul accounted to sales. Already we know. Atul account. Now I am writing journal entries in the books of Karthik. First entry, sold goods to Atul. Entry will be Atul accounted to sales account. Next entry, on receiving the bill, instead of cash, we received a bill. Received bill how? After accepted with this date and signature. Then if we receive that only on receiving the bill. You look at that narration, acceptance received. So if you instead of cash, if you receive cash from Atul, what is entry? Cash accounted to Atul. Correct? Received cash from Atul. What is entry? Cash accounted to Atul. Instead of cash, we got a bill. So what is entry? Bills receivable accounted to Atul. Any doubts? If you have any doubt, you have to tell. So it is a basic. So first, sold goods to Atul. Atul accounted to sales. Next entry, bills receivable accounted to Atul. So in every case, two entry is there. Two entry must. Okay. Any doubts? Then, if at the time of maturity, if he got the payment, if Karthik got the amount from Atul, what is entry? Cash account or bank accounted to bills receivable. Cash accounted to bills receivable. Cash accounted to bills receivable. That bill amount we got. Cash accounted to bills receivable. Only three entry. Clear? Any doubt? First sold goods to Atul. Atul accounted to sales. Next entry, we got a bill. Bills receivable account to Atul. Maturity date. This date will be different. Suppose 1st January. Bill written by the drawer. 1st January 2010. Sometimes same day only they will accept. If date it is not given means same date. If it is 2 month means January, February, March 1. 1 plus 3, 4. 4, 1, 2010. Clear? Maturity date different. 2 month means 1 January is 2 month end. Plus 3 extra days. 3 days of grace. So 1 plus 3, 4. 4, 1, 10. Okay. 3 entry. Atul accounted to sales. Bills receivable accounted to Atul. Last entry, cash accounted to bills receivable. Any doubt? Anyone? Pavitra, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So 3 entry in the books of Karthik. Who sold goods? Karthik sold. So Karthik is the drawer. To whom? Atul. Atul is the drawee. So drawer entry over. So in the books of Karthik, we are writing Atul's transaction. Sold goods to Atul. Atul, we got bill Atul, then we got amount at the time of maturity. So, okay, narration being sold goods to Atul, being acceptance received, only that it is enough, being amount of bill received, only that it is enough, narration. Next, in the books of Atul, in the books of drawing, next, same only opposite you have to think. Now, Atul, in the books of Atul, we are writing. Atul, what he did, purchased goods from Karthik. Now, I am making entries in the books of Atul. So, first, purchased goods from Karthik. What is entry? We know purchase account to Karthik. Purchase account to Karthik. Next, after accepting, he given the bill. He given the bill to Karthik. So if we give cash, what is entry? He purchased, Atul purchased goods from Karthik. Purchase account to Karthik. If he give cash, what is entry? Karthik accounted to cash. Karthik accounted to cash. But instead of cash, what he given? Bill. Bills payable. Because Atul's your liability. But Karthik asset only, bills receivable asset. Your it is a liability. That's credit. Bills payable. Okay. Karthik accounted to bills payable. So instead of cash, you given bill. So entry will be Karthik accounted to bills payable. Next, maturity date. What you will give? That bill amount you are giving. So entry will be bills payable accounted to cash. Bills payable. In the books of drawer, what we wrote cash account to bills receivable. Cash account to bills receivable. Here, bills payable account of this amount we are paying. Bills payable account to cash. Same date. Sorry. 4/3 only this one. 2 month. 4/3. 4/3. 2 month. Clear? Just opposite. There sold, here purchase. There bills receivable, here bills payable. Opposite only. Bills receivable asset, debit only. Bills payable, credit, liability. Next, cash, there debit. Here he is giving. Amount of bill paid. Atul? Clear? Journal entry. Okay, so now you have to study. First, in the books of Karthik, first entry, Atul accounted to sales. Second entry, bills receivable accounted to Atul. Third entry, cash accounted to bills receivable. Then opposite, in the books of Atul. Atul sale, also purchase. So purchase debit. So purchase accounted to Karthik. Then bills payable, liability, credit. So Karthik accounted to bills payable. Then cash giving. So bills payable account to cash. Bills payable account to cash. Now we will start the problem. Okay, clear now? So if you have any doubt, 3 in the books of drawer, 3 in the books of drawing. Opposite. Their sale, here in the books of drawing, purchase. So one thing, Karthik sold goods on credit to Atul. Karthik is the drawer, Atul is the drawee. Okay. So that only, here bill of exchange only problem, no promissory note. Okay. So we'll start first question. Then you will understand. So each case I given two problem. So every case we are studying. Okay. So when the bill is retained by the holder till the date of maturity, first question, on 1st January 2011, X sold goods to Y. Now you have to remember X is the drawer, Y is the drawee. 4 rupees 50,000. On the same date, X draws a bill on Y. 50,000 due after 3 months. Y accepted the bill and returned to X. X retained the bill. Case is that first case, X retained the bill on due date. Pass journal entries in the books of both the parties. Okay. Pass journal entries in the books of both the parties. So from this, you have to remember 1st January 2011, X drawer, Y drawee, 50,000, maturity date 3 months. Okay. X, Y, maturity date 3 months. So we'll start journal entries. First you have to write journal entries in the books of X. In the books of X. So first two date will be same. 1st January 2011. So now I am writing in the books of X. So we have to write about the transaction of Y. Anjo, first entry, you tell. In the books of X. X, what he did? He sold goods to Y. And
Y account debit sales.
Y account debtor to sales. Very good. Narration symbol being sold goods to Y. Otherwise being credit sale, that you can write 50,000. Second, acceptance, when he accepted date is not given, same date. Second entry, Aditya.
Bills receivable account debtor to
Bills receivable account debtor to Y. Same amount. Being acceptance received. Being acceptance received. Then at the time of maturity, we got the amount. Okay, so maturity date 3 months. So 3 months means February, March, April. So April 1 plus 3, 4/4/2011. Entry, Aparna, journal entry.
Sir, cash account debtor to bills receivable account.
Yes, cash account debtor to bills receivable. cash account to bills receivable being amount of bill received. Being amount of bill received. Same amount. Next, journal entries in the books of Y. Journal entries in the books of Y. No need to look here. You look drawer first sale. So first entry Karthik, date same.
The purchase account at 2.
Okay, purchase account to X. X same amount being purchased goods from X. Now we are writing the books of Y. So you have to write about X. Hanna, next entry, same date only. Here, bills receivable. So here, Hanna.
X accounted to bills payable.
Yes, X accounted to bills payable. Same amount. Being acceptance, they received here, acceptance given. Only that is enough. Last, same date, 4/4/2011. There, cash debit. Atul, last entry. Maturity date. He given cash.
Sir, bills receivable account.
No. Bills payable account debtor.
Payable.
Okay. To cash account. There only in the books of drawer only cash account to bills receivable. There bills receivable, here bills payable. Being amount of bill paid. Okay. So now time is over. So next period we will continue. Next question, then the next case. So each case, the third entry will be changing. 2 entries same, the third entry. Because here third entry, we got the amount. Sometimes dishonor, sometimes discounting. Okay. First 2 entry in both parties, same only. Okay. So next period we will continue. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the next period. Thank you.